As we wait for SM Entertainment to debut their new girl group, people have already started speculation about who the members are. The general consensus seems to be that the group has 8 members, with rumors that the eldest member was born in 2004 and that they will probably debut in the first half of this year. As you might remember, before aespa debuted, Ningning was the only officially introduced member as part of SM Rookies, so we don't really know the actual members of the upcoming SM group. The names that were mentioned from the Rookies showcase were Yuna, Haram, Rina, Ujo, Jiwoo, and most importantly, Na Hyun. Again, these are all just speculations, but you can't blame people for being curious about a girl group debuting under SM Entertainment of all companies. There's another trainee who people think is going to be a member of the group. At the end of December, SM's training unit shared a reel on their official Instagram featuring 4 trainees who are expected to be part of the upcoming girl group. The 4 girls, along with the staff members, were seen joining in on EXO's popular First Snow Challenge. They had their faces covered with scarves, and the ones that couldn't be identified because the video was taken from a distance. This didn't stop netizens from identifying one of the girls as Soo-jin. There isn't much known about her except that she's allegedly born in 2005, but she's already known amongst fans due to her pre-debut pictures. We genuinely can't wait to see the girls debut, especially since it looks like it's going to be a big group. IU has started the new year by donating to 4 different organizations. According to a donation certificate that she posted on her social media, she gave out $500,000. One of the organizations she donated to included the Korea Senior Citizens Welfare Association, as she contributed $386,000 to provide heating oil for the elderly. She also helped improve the lives of young people in child welfare centers, single mother households, and individuals with disabilities living in residential facilities. She said, "The new year has dawned. While it may not be possible to be happy all 365 days of the year, I hope you have far more joyful days than sad ones. Please stay healthy." This is not the first time she's donated money to those in need, but it's still really heartwarming that she does this so often and without making any fuss. We have some news about RIIZE, and not all of it is good. Let's start with the criticism that Eunseok has received for his voice acting. On December 20th, the dubbed version of the Trolls Band Together movie was released in South Korea, with Eunseok and Red Velvet's Wendy as the voices of the lead characters Branch and Poppy. There's always criticism whenever celebrities get cast as voice actors instead of professionals, but this time, the negative comments were brutal. In particular, a tweet bashing his voice acting has gotten 11,000 retweets and 4 million views. The user talks about how they hadn't heard such bad first acting since the movie Your Name, saying that while Wendy had done okay, hearing Eunseok as Branch had been a waste of money. They go on to say, "For your information, he uses that same tone of voice for screaming, shouting, proposing, confessing, narrating serious thoughts, and literally saying everything else." The comments anonymously agreed that casting celebrities in animated movies instead of professional voice actors was always a bad idea. A commenter wrote, "What were we expecting? SM Entertainment hooked up a total rookie with the gig." Another one also pointed out that in the ending credits, only the idols were listed while none of the professional actors were named. They argued that this heavily discouraged voice actors from trying, since they were now aware that any idol with no experience in the field can take their jobs. His bandmate Anton also received criticism, but for an entirely different reason. Before he even debuted, Anton was popular amongst fans and non-fans because he was the son of Yoon Sang, a famous musician and producer, and actress Shim Hye-jin. Even though he's talented on his own, there were still accusations of him being a nepo baby, so imagine how everyone reacted to Yoon Sang accompanying his son and the rest of the RIIZE members on the red carpet at MBC's Gayo Daejeon. Not only that, but they ended up sharing the stage together later in the evening. The two performed a rendition of Yoon Sang's timeless classic Running, with Yoon Sang on the keyboards and Anton on the cello. Even though his performance was great, some were disappointed, saying that Anton wasn't distancing himself from the nepotism label due to his frequent association with his father. A commenter said, "I wish that they would stop having him do stuff with his dad and let him do stuff by himself. He'll always be a nepo baby, unfortunately, if he doesn't showcase talent solo." Of course, we know that Anton is much more than a nepo baby, as he's an excellent vocalist and dancer, can play instruments and produce, and has trained for years before debuting, but the company profiting off his association with his father when they can promote and showcase his skills when he's on his own is getting annoying. As for Anton, it seems like he doesn't care much about what others call him or what labels they put on him. He posted a video of him and his dad doing the Get a Guitar challenge on the group's official TikTok. This led to some hateful commenters to reply with various versions of the word nepo baby. To everyone's surprise, Anton replied to one of these comments with "Born This Way" by Lady Gaga. It was funny in itself that he didn't ignore the comment but chose to respond to it, but fans also loved how unbothered he was by those people who kept calling him a nepo baby. He doesn't need to worry about what people online say about him because he's proven himself successful and talented even without being known as Yoon Sang's son. In other news, Jisoo has has signed a contract with a new agency. Multiple media outlets reported on January 2nd that Jisoo has signed an exclusive contract with an agency named Blissoo. If you don't recognize the name, it's because Blissoo is a new entertainment startup affiliated with Biomom, led by Jisoo's brother as the CEO. The company has now put out a job ad featuring Jisoo's photo, seeking skilled and experienced professionals to be able to handle her activities, which is weird to say the least. As expected, the media had questions, but a spokesperson from Biomom declined to comment on the matter, stating that defining the Biomom's relationship with Blissoo is complex. They also mentioned not being familiar with the CEO's family ties, but people are still suspicious of the whole thing. It seems like Biomom is a baby-focused food supplies company that has no experience with the entertainment agency whatsoever, so it's unknown how they'll be able to handle the activities of such a big idol like Jisoo when they don't even have the necessary staff for it. According to a commenter, she probably wanted to start her own agency but couldn't figure out how, so her brother stepped in and created an offshoot company for her. However, it's confusing why she wouldn't just sign with an established agency and start her activities right away, since now she'll be basically starting from scratch as the company doesn't even have the necessary staff to manage her. We wish her the best of luck anyway, but we're looking for more answers regarding the whole situation. Another idol who got criticism over their performance was I-DLE's Miyeon, not for the same reason as Anton, but because netizens felt like her most recent performance was horrible. On December 30th, she took the stage at the 2023 MBC Drama Awards, delivering a special performance of the original soundtrack from the popular drama My Dearest called The Painted on the Moonlight. Miyeon tried her best, but unfortunately, she appeared to be nervous as she was performing in front of actors. Her performance was considered underwhelming and received tons of negative comments due to her vocal skills that were seen as lacking. Several well-known online forums, such as the KOO, had multiple posts about the performance, each with 400 to 1,000 comments discussing and dissing Miyeon's singing abilities. In fact, it was rumored that the performance videos were shortly removed from Naver TV and YouTube because of all the negativity she had been receiving. The comments included, "This was worse than Park Jin-young's performance, and Park Jin-young was also dancing on top of it, and you're telling me that's the singer of the original song?" Seeing the backlash against her, Miyeon ended up uploading a story on her Instagram account apologizing for the bad performance. She said that she was honored and happy that she got to perform a song she liked so much, but admitted that she was nervous. It was because of her nervousness that her pitch and tune were off. She also added that she monitored her performance afterward and was shocked by how she sounded. Miyeon apologized for disappointing everyone and promised to work harder in the future. After this Instagram story, netizens ended up going easier on her, telling others not to be so harsh as she had obviously been nervous to perform. After all, it was her first time performing alone at a drama award event in front of famous actors and actresses. She also didn't have any fan support, and she had limited time to prepare for the performance before going on stage. In these circumstances, it's understandable that she was nervous. We also know that she's talented because this isn't the first time she has performed live, so one bad performance isn't anything compared to 1,000 good ones, but it must be said that the vocal skills of idols have gone downhill in recent years. Another argument that netizens made is that people are being so critical and negative about her just because they aren't used to idols singing live. Whenever idols attend music shows or these year-end shows, they always tend to lip-sync, which has become tiring at this point. Since idols like to call themselves artists and singers, you'd expect them to at least use the microphone in live performances, but that rarely happens. So maybe it's time that these idols start performing live more often and not just once a year, so that they don't get nervous when they actually do so. Share your thoughts in the comments, and thank you for watching.